Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am back with another video, but this is a different kind of a video than what you usually see on my channel. So today I thought of sharing my favorite childhood shows, or the 90s shows that I have been watching while growing up, and I thought this was something really interesting and this was close to my heart. Okay, so I won't lie, I am a hardcore 90s child. Like I feel like I am very lucky that I was born at that time and I could grow up in that beautiful era. I definitely feel that was the best era to grow up, because we didn't had laptops, computers, or mobile phones. Even video games came a lot later in like while I was growing up, and still I had so many memories. Like I made so many memories in while growing up. I feel इन सब चीज़ों की मुझे ज़रूरत ही नहीं थी कभी, you know, the laptop, computers and phones and all of that stuff. And आज के टाइम पे we feel like we can't even live without these things, and even बच्चे, today's kids can't live without their iPads or their computers or even their phones. Like I've seen kids who are in 6th standard and they have their own phone, while I got my first phone when I was in 11th. So like I see a drastic change in the way kids are growing up these days, and how, you know, we had our childhood. I definitely feel there's a lot of difference, and I was lucky enough to have experienced all of that. We would go out in the evening and play, and we knew all of our neighbors, and you know, आज के time पे you don't do that. Like a lot of parents don't even send their kids out in the evening to play because they feel it's not safe. So you know, I feel the world was a better place in the 90s while I was growing up. That is my point of view. I am sure you may have a different point of view, but today I thought I should be sharing, you know, something from that best era, as I say it. I have been a TV buzz always. Like I used to love watching TVs, and I feel 90s was a time jahan pe Indian television was at its best. Like तब ये segregation नहीं हुआ था सास बहू वाला, you know. Like आज के time पे you see most of the shows are सास बहू shows, और ऐसी चीज़ें हैं जो I don't think the entire family could sit together and enjoy. While 90s में there was so many shows जो आप एक साथ अपनी family को लेके, like mother, father, kids, grandparents, everyone could sit together and enjoy it. So we used to do that, and I have so many beautiful memories from so many different shows, and I thought I should be sharing those with you. So without any further ado, let's get started.
So the first show, easily a classic now, is Dekh Bhai Dekh. With the best possible cast and amazing comic timing, this show won everyone's heart. The story revolves around 3 generations of the Diwan family living in a one big bungalow, and their simple life, troubles that made for a perfect viewing. The next show is Hum Panch. This show had the perfect recipe for comedy. It featured a nagging wife, 5 dysfunctional daughters with their own unique way of seeing life, a talking portrait of the dead first wife, and between all of them, the husband, Anand Mathur, found it really hard to survive in this female-dominated house. Next up, we have Malgudi Days, which is an Indian television series based on the short stories of R.K. Narayan. All the stories revolved around a child named Swami Nathan, fondly called as Swami. If you had not watched this, you must at least have read about it. If not, then you missed out on something really cool as a child. Shriman Shrimati was another sitcom that had the entire family lolling. The main character was Keshav, who was married to Kokila, and their neighbor Prema, who was married to Dilruba. Now, both the men were attracted to his padosi's wife, and they made use of every possible opportunity to flirt with their respective bhabijis. In 2015, a show named Bhabiji Ghar Pe Hain started airing on TV, which was actually based on this show. Tutu Meme is another classic. So, as a dominant mother-in-law and to match her, an equally bossy daughter-in-law, Reema Lagu and Supriya Pilgonkar won the hearts of everyone with this comedy show. Depicting the characters' daily life issues with a touch of emotions and love, it was so unlike the latest Saas Bahu sagas we see today. Shararat revolves around Jia, who is the great 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 granddaughter of Rani Devi, who is the queen of magical powers. Now, Jia lives with her family, her father, mother, brother, and her nani. It starts with Jia celebrating her 18th birthday and unknowingly is now the holder of supernatural powers, and it goes around with a young girl with magical powers and her life instances. Sonpari is a children's fantasy television series which aired on Star Plus. The show follows the story of a little girl named Fruity who receives a magical gem that, when rubbed, summons a fairy named Sonpari and her friend Atlu. Indian folklore and literature is so rich that we need not to look to the West to entertain us in the 90s. For instance, this spooky tale of King Vikram and Betal the vampire. Vikram or Betal is based on Betal Pachisi, written nearly 2500 years ago by Mahakavi Somdev Bhatt. Raja or Rancho was a detective series. The show was about a detective named Raja and his pet monkey Rancho. Every week this duo solved a new crime. The show was one of the best rated shows of 90s, and Rancho, the adorable monkey, was the show's highlight. The animal was tremendous in front of the camera and kept us hooked to the television. I know Sarabhai vs. Sarabhai is not a 90s show, but since I love it, I thought of sharing it. So the show revolves around the life of an upper-class Gujarati family of the Sarabhais who lived in the luxurious apartment building of South Mumbai. Monisha, the daughter-in-law, is from a Punjabi middle-class family, and her middle-class habits annoys the high-class mother-in-law Maya, who lives with her husband Indravardhan and their unmarried son Rosesh across the hall. Last but not the least, another classic, Khichdi, which follows the story of a Gujarati family called Parekhs who live in an old mansion. The joint family encounters many typical Indian situations, but they try to solve it in the most atypical fashion imaginable. They want to sell their ancestral property and move out and form their own nuclear families, but the head of their family, Bapuji, does not agree to it. He gives them the choice to walk out and survive on their own, but nobody is ready to let go of the money that is due to them, so they stay together and wait for Bapuji to either change his mind or stop breathing, whichever happens first.
So these were all the shows that I wanted to share with you guys. These were the shows that I have seen, while growing up, and these were some of my favorite shows, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you were a 90s child, if you are a 90s child, I am sure आप इस वीडियो से relate कर पाए होगे, but if you are not a 90s child and you know nothing about these shows, then on my recommendation I would say definitely go and check out at least one of this show on YouTube, and you will see what I'm talking about. You will understand why I am praising all these shows so much, because I am pretty sure you are going to like it and love it, in fact, as much as I do. So yeah, this was it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Give this video a thumbs up if you did, and let me know in the comments if you would want me to share more such videos and you know, make more such videos. I would love it to do for you. And if you are not following me on Instagram, go check out my Instagram, go follow me there. I keep asking fun questions and video ideas and a lot of different stuff. Like, I keep sharing more of my life with you on Instagram. So yeah, let's be friends there. And if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure you give this red button a go, subscribe, and I will see you the next time. Bye.